Hello children, welcome to Electron Chemistry Center. This is VKM. Hope you all are doing great, right? In the last session, we had discussed about mole concept numericals from the JEE Mains 2019 question paper. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about atomic structure questions which were asked in JEE Main 2019 question paper, right? Let's move on to the first question here. For emission line of atomic hydrogen spectrum, Ni value is equal to 8, that means N1 value it is, Nf is equal to N, that means N2 value. A graph was drawn between wave number against 1 by n square will be, we have to find it out that. As you know, nu bar is equal to RH into Z square of 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square, right? And nu bar is equal to RH, Z square anyway will be equal to 1 of 1 by N2 square minus 1 by N1 square, and then RH becomes negative, right? And now let's move on to the next step. As you know, nu bar is equal to minus RH, N2 value will be equal to N. So it will be 1 by N square minus 1 by 64. Why? Because N1 value will be equal to 8, no? 8 square is equal to 64. And then nu bar is equal to minus of minus plus. So RH by 64 minus RH by N square. Now it is in the form of equation of straight line, that is y is equal to mx plus c. So this is y nu bar and x will be 1 by n square. And m is slope, and that slope will be equal to minus RH. So the graph will be linear with slope minus RH. So option 4 is the correct answer. Hope you understand, children. Now let's move on to the next question. If you see the next question given over here, right, which of the following combination of statements is true? You have to find it out the true statements. The first statement I am taking into consideration: an electron in an orbital of high angular momentum stays away from the nucleus than an electron in the orbital of lower angular momentum. So regarding statement A, as you know, angular momentum, that is nothing but mvr, which can be indicated with the symbol L. L is equal to nh by 2 pi. As per the relation, if you see, L is directly proportional to N. What does it mean? As N value increases, L value also increases. The one which is having higher value of N, obviously angular momentum also will be higher. Like let us say it is the nucleus and it is the first orbit, second orbit, third orbit and fourth orbit, right? So it is equal to N is equal to 1, N is equal to 2, N is equal to 3, N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 in the sense this orbital will be having higher angular momentum. So obviously it stays away from the nucleus. So statement A is correct. Let's move on to the second statement. They have given it as B, right? Let's talk about B. They have given for a given value of the principal quantum number, the size of the orbit is inversely proportional to the azimuthal quantum number, right? R is proportional to n square upon z as per radius of nth orbit formula, as you know. Here R is directly proportional to N. As you know, L value increases, N value also increases, obviously R value also increases. That means both are directly proportional, but here they have given inversely proportional. So B statement is wrong. Let's move on to the next statement, that is C. In C statement they have given it as, according to wave mechanics, the ground state angular momentum is equal to h by 2 pi. Angular momentum, that is mvr, is equal to, what is the formula? Nh by 2 pi. See, when n is equal to 1, then only mvr will be equal to h by 2 pi. But when n is equal to 2, ground state itself, when n is equal to 2, in that case mvr will be equal to h by pi, right? In every case it is not equal to h by 2 pi. So this statement is wrong. Hope you are understanding, children. Now let's move on to the next statement they have given, that is D. Statement D, I am talking about it. The plot of psi versus R for various azimuthal quantum numbers. Azimuthal quantum numbers are different. Shows a peak shifting towards higher R value. For suppose if I take a graph over here, what is the graph I have given? And the graph, that is psi versus R. Psi is wave function, right? If I take the graph over here for various azimuthal quantum numbers, if I am taking for 3s orbital, the 3s orbital graph will be like this. The 3s orbital graph will be like this. This is for which orbital? 3s orbital, right? Now similarly, if I take it for next 3p orbital, if I am taking it for 3p orbital, the 3p orbital can be given as, just hold on a second, now it's fine. Okay, this is for 3p orbital. This is for the 3p orbital. For 3p orbital, L value is equal to 1, and for 3s orbital, L value is equal to 0. For 3s, if you observe it, children, that is for 3s orbital, L value is equal to 0, right? Now let's see, 3s 3p I have taken. Now another one, that is 3d. For suppose if I take it for 3d, if I take it for 3d, this is the graph what I'll get it close to, okay, and it is 3d, that is L value will be equal to 2. So as L value increases, right, L value is increasing, psi versus R, if you observe it, that azimuthal quantum number shows a peak shifting towards the higher R value. Obviously it is showing the higher R value for when 3s to 3p, 3p to 3d. So this statement is correct. So if you observe it here, there are two statements correct. One is A and another one is D. So option 1 is the correct answer for this. Hope you understand, children. Right. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, let's see the next question. The question is given as the ground state energy of hydrogen atom. The ground state energy of hydrogen atom is given, that is minus 13.6 electron volt. The energy of second excited state of He plus ion will be. So the formula of energy of nth orbit is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square upon n square electron volt. But for He plus ion, that is for helium ion, Z value will be equal to 2, but for second excited state they are given. Whenever they mentioned as second excited state, that can be n value can be taken as 3. Substitute all these values. En is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square, that is 2 square, 4 upon n square 3 square, that is 9. So that is 4 by 9 into minus 13.6, which will give you minus 6.04 electron volt, that you can see it in option 3. So option 3 is the correct answer for this question. Hope you understand, children. Let's see the next question. Next question they have given, heat treatment of muscular pain involves radiation of wavelength. It is about 900 nanometers. Which spectral line of hydrogen atom is suitable for this purpose? See, you have to find it out which spectral line. That means N1 value is given, N2 values are given in various spectral series, right? Now in various spectral lines, N1 and N2 values are given, but you have to find it out that 900 nanometers corresponds to which series. We have formula, that is nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to RH into Z square of 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Z is atomic number, RH is Rydberg's constant, that is 1 by lambda is equal to RH, anyway it is for hydrogen atom, so it can be taken as 1 of 1 by N1 square. First option I am considering it now, that is 9, 3 square now, minus 1 by infinity square, in the sense that will be equal to 0. So lambda will be equal to 9 by RH. RH is Rydberg's constant. Rydberg's constant value I am taking it as 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5, and this I can, sorry, 1 into 10 to the power of 5, right? And lambda will be equal to 9 into 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeter, and lambda is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter, and lambda is equal to 900 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. 10 to the power of minus 9 meter in the sense 1 nanometer. So lambda will be equal to 900 nanometer. So lambda is equal to 900 nanometer corresponds to which series? Paschen series, with n1 is equal to 3 and n2 is equal to infinity. So option 1 is the correct answer for this question. Hope you understand, children. Let's move on to the next question. Now the next question, which is given as the de Broglie wavelength lambda associated with a photoelectron varies with frequency, that is nu of the incident radiation, as that is nu naught is threshold frequency. But as you know, children, according to de Broglie's equation, if you see, that is lambda is equal to h upon mv, where h is equal to Planck's constant, m is mass of electron, v is velocity. So lambda is inversely proportional to 1 by v. Now photoelectric effect equation, I am considering photoelectric effect equation. Photoelectric effect equation, if you consider, that is Ke, kinetic energy, is equal to h nu minus h nu naught. So Ke is nothing but half mv square. Half mv square is equal to h of nu minus nu naught, and this I can write it as half mv square upon h is equal to nu minus nu naught. But as you know, m is mass of electron, right? H is Planck's constant. H is Planck's constant. Both these are constants, and that I can write it as v square is proportional to v minus v naught, right? So v square is proportional to v minus v naught. So v is proportional to nu minus nu naught whole raised to 1 by 2. Square, if we send it to that side, it will become root. Root I am writing it as 1 by 2. So lambda will be equal to 1 upon v. That you can see it here. This is the equation I already given. Instead of that v, we can substitute nu minus nu naught whole raised to 1 by 2. So option 4 is the correct answer. This is a very good question, because which can relate the both de Broglie's wave equation and photoelectric effect, right? So these are the questions for today's session. Hope you like this video. If you have any doubts, please post it in comment box, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it immediately. Okay, if you like the video, please click on the like button, and if you require any chapter videos which you are facing difficulty in chemistry, please post it in comment box and I'll do it in forthcoming session, right? Thank you very much. Signing off. See you soon.